Hi, everyone. It's coming. Yes, it's coming to Florida. It's on its way. And Florida has been known for hurricanes, and we're really quite used to hurricanes. I grew up with hurricanes growing up in Miami. In fact, the first hurricane was in 1960, and I was 6 years old. We had just moved to Florida. We didn't even have a house yet. We were on Miami Beach in a motel. There were three children, a baby, I think my brother was 4, I was 6, ready to turn 7. And then they had jalousie windows, a car parked on the curb, and a couple of, um, I think 2 blocks from the beach. And this was a massive hurricane, Hurricane Donna. Here we are today, fast forward to 2022. And as Ian is approaching us, I thought we'd really escape this year. We really have not had any activity down in the Caribbean Sea or things mulling until now, late September, almost October, at the very end of our season. And one hit last week. Fiona hit Puerto Rico and then veered off on the Atlantic and hit Canada, the eastern portions of Canada. And what destruction. I feel so bad for those people watching houses fall into the ocean. I mean, they're not built for hurricanes, but they're built for inclement weather and nor'easters. I was really surprised how devastated the area became so quickly. And so here we are waiting for Hurricane Ian. And I'm really, Florida's very skinny. We are a small state with lots of water around us. And I'm on the east side where oftentimes the hurricanes are coming. Of course, the Gulf gets hit a lot. And it looks like this storm is really going to hit Tampa. Tampa and that area has so many waterways that this particular storm looks like it's going to have a lot of rain attached to it, and it's very slow moving. So as they've been speaking about things, there's so many homes on waterways, and so you've got canals and inlets and tributaries, and so all of that's going to be affected. But what I wanted to share today was a business model, because I remember Hurricane Andrew, and luckily I was in a side gig at the time, and it is network marketing. I love this business model. It is unbelievable when you are with a good company, when you have good products, when you have good leadership, and you hit all the boxes. There is no better way. I used to be in sales, business to business sales, in equipment like forklifts and wrecking and setting up warehousing and distribution. And, so many things happened, and that's another talk for another day. But when weather is coming like this, and maybe up north it's a blizzard, look at the places that have had flash floods. Look at the fires. If all of your assets are local, I mean, people right now are not paying attention to a lot of things. They're not going to the movies. They're not, they are shopping at Home Depot and the grocery stores and Costco to get preparation materials. They're getting water, food, maybe wood to put over their windows. Those are the things. They are not worried about dry cleaning. They're not worried about many other things, even their studies or school or many, many things. They're worried about getting their asses together, being safe, protecting their family, and having enough to survive a condition. And they're paying attention to TV. They're not focused on many parts of their life. Even their business might be suffering because they are having to pay attention to survival and survival of their family and what will happen afterwards. There's a huge lag. Hurricane Michael hit in an areas that had never been anticipated in northern Florida. My home was for sale. It impacted me tremendously. There's a big pause that happened. And I remember with Hurricane Andrew, there were mortgage brokers, realtors, and nobody could do anything. They went to somebody's house that has a generator. And then they listened to presentations on network marketing, because my business is global. I have people in Canada that are customers. I have distributors in other areas of the country. So when I am hit with something, those people are not. People still want the things that, the health products that are unique, That's a big factor that attracted me to the company I am with. Peer-reviewed research, publicly traded, and unique products that no one else has that you cannot get elsewhere. Those were huge factors for me, and that we are global. So many people in our company will not be impacted because they have business in Australia, New Zealand, Japan. Look what just happened to Puerto Rico. One of my business partners is in Puerto Rico. She was able to fly out and be with her son in the States, and it has gone back home now, but there's no internet, there's no water, there's no power, there's nothing. They already have survived Maria from years ago. If you have not built another stream and revenue for yourself and your family, you are missing out. People do internet sales and e-commerce. That's almost become our way of purchasing things these days. I get frustrated going to the store when I need something and it's not there because they want you to purchase it online. So, this is a very, very important business model to have in your back pocket as part of your revenue. The stock market and other things are going up and down. Interest rates vary. So many realtors in this incredible market, which I thought, oh my gosh, this is a feast market, have had extreme challenges because it's like who can get there first to purchase that house, who has cash, and who is willing to go above the price that's listed. And so I thought, wow, they're just going crazy, but it has really been difficult for so many realtors. So many industries have so many built in things, even doctors, even dentists, even I listened to a talk recently about an occupational therapist. And with the pandemic, having to have this thriving business shut down. What saved her was this business model and what she had built already that she was using to save. That was a whole saving screens for her. So she was able to use that what she had built to replace her income as having her office and everything close overnight. Did her patients still need her? Yes. Was she able to really do that work? No, but she also had other things being able to offer to the community that she had purchased. So many people poo poo this. So many people make fun of this. And they did that to franchises. You know, with franchises, you have to pay that initial franchise organization and corporation. You have to do things exactly how they want it. There are many pros and cons, and oftentimes the buy-in could be $250,000 to $500,000. This is the lowest entry to multi-million dollar um, incomes. And that's the problem. It seems too good to be true because it is sweat equity. And what is upside down about this model is you have to work very hard at the beginning for so little to have so much later on with less effort. And so we can't wrap our heads about us that oftentimes. We are used to trading time for money. So if you are not doing something and getting paid immediately, many people cannot sustain that. But look at the education factor for a doctor, that deferred gratification for later on having a career that will have a high income rate is deferred, and you have to study and take out huge loans and be and have perseverance and tenacity to go through intern and residency things. So this is so much easier to attain, but it takes discipline, and it takes emotional and mental discipline and being able to follow the leader. So if you have an entrepreneurial mindset, if you are a self-motivated person, because there's rejection and there's people that reject this business that know nothing about it. It is so viable. And with you're a company, we are on the NASDAQ. We are transparent, and that was important to me because mom and pop things can close. But look at all the bridal stores that have closed with people ready to get married, paying for their wedding gowns and losing them. Look at all the gyms. I've had losses with gyms that close their door the next day, unbeknownst to me. All kinds of businesses go out of business. But being able to be with a government owned, a government um, publicly traded company, at least you have transparency and know what's going on. And it's not a privately held situation. And for me, product and community, the culture of a company was very, very important to me. Look what's happening in our workplace. People are saying people don't want to work. Yes, people want to work. They do not want to work the way they were treated and for the low incomes that they could not live on and provide for their families. This pause of these couple of years have shown them other opportunities, or they've realized what they were missing from the grind and they don't want to go back to that situation. So I've listened to a number of progressive CEOs who have said, these are different times. People aren't going to go back. Some companies do need to have people back in the workplace, and many people need that structure. And there's pros and cons to so much of that, and it depends on your industry. But this industry is the one of the biggest industries around the world, and it allows people to have access to incomes not relying on their community. What's if you're in a small rural community? What's if you were hit by a tornado? What's if you are in the Philippines, somewhere isolated? You have the opportunity to build a global business from your phone. From your phone. We have app technology now. I am in awe of the people that built businesses at the business model when it was young, stocking things in their garage, delivering things to people. We don't have to do that now. I don't stock inventory for people. Do I help people sometimes with their order, especially if they're older or they don't understand things? Yes, I do. But this is not what that is. And somehow people have that stuck in their mind. That's long ago. And they were pioneers in this field. It is so much easier now. And most people purchase online. So that's a no-brainer. And I told you I sold forklifts, material handling equipment, distribution, racking. I have been in Disney's warehouses. I have been to NASA. I have been into cold storages. I have been into all of those warehousing situations and clean rooms and pharmaceutical storage. And it all costs money. When you have direct product coming from the manufacturer direct to you, it cuts out so many costs. The marketing money, when you have all those celebrities, all that TV advertisement, that marketing money goes to us who are the spokesperson, the word of mouth people that are marketing this. And the other money that you don't have to spend on distribution goes into higher level quality of products. Sorry, it does. When people are looking at things on the shelf, we are able to put much more research and higher quality ingredients in our products. I feel very proud of that. So shift your mind. And if you are interested in joining myself, our team, or look at other companies that speak to your heart. But I've got to tell you, we are about 10 years ahead of Big Pharma and their research. We are really expanding rapidly. And we have all the pieces of the puzzles in place right now. And I feel so good providing so much good to so many people. And if you heard the stories that I've heard, both from a health standpoint and a financial standpoint, you would want to be able to help people in this manner too. Thank you so much for listening to me. Please pray for the people in Florida. I know it has already devastated other areas like the Cayman Islands and Cuba and such, and all of the people being hit by hurricanes. But insulate yourself from weather opportunities or disasters that happen in your life It can happen in many different ways, and this business model will help you survive as a family in providing for them. Thank you.